Now the question is, are you guys joining in or are you just going to watch? Let me know if you're joining in. It'd be good to know some people are joining in, so write down below if you're going to join in. All right, look at this shirt, look, ready? You ready? Oh, Roller World coach. So I kind of had these made not to wear in Roller World, so when I go to the gym or when I go out skating, I can wear a cool shirt and it's branded with Roller World and coach. So it's a pretty cool thing. So type below if you're going to join in, guys. It would be good if some people, yay! Yay! Oh, so happy someone's joining in. So we'll wait a couple of minutes to see if more people are here to join in. And if not, it's just me and you, girl, okay? Oh, someone else is joining in, 2 people. I know I didn't give you guys much time. It's like, okay, in 45 minutes we're in jump class. I will try to plan ahead a little bit more. You know me, I have ideas, I just go for it. And it kind of, it's helping me. I need to kind of start to be active and get back to doing this kind of stuff. Because if you remember when I first started this channel, it was non-stop every day posting stuff. And then lately, I've got a little sidetracked, like started doing all my acrobatic stuff, which has like pulled me in a different way. So I'm trying to get back to this, guys, okay? So whilst we're waiting, why don't we do a little warm up? Okay, let's warm up. Let's get some high knees. And I've got no music, have we? So we can just all be warming up. Okay, we can do some butt kickers. Okay, let's do some little jumping jacks. Let's do some little squat jumps. So let's do arms down forwards and then jump here, like this. Making sure when you do your squat, your knees track straight over your toes, none of this, okay? Okay, let's just do some knee huggers, which will help to stretch your hamstrings. So don't pull too tight, just a little bit, just dynamic stretching, that's all. Okay, so now we're going to stretch the quads. So just pull on your feet a little bit, step side to side. And now just take your knee up, just a little pull, just like that. There you go. Might feel a little tightness in your butt. And then we'll just do some circles. Go into the back. I have a bit of a clicking in my right hip. Don't know if anyone else has clicking hips. And now we're going forwards, because you'll need this motion when we start jumping. That's a big part of the left foot jumps, right? Okay, now the other way. So first we're going backwards. This is a test of your balance as well, isn't it? Like how good are you in balancing on one foot whilst doing this? Okay, we'll go forwards. Oh, I'm feeling quite warm already. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so we're ready. So there's many ways to do everything in life. This is just my way. It might be right, it might be wrong, but it's my way, okay? So a really smart person once told me there's 2 jumps. There's left foot jumps and right foot jumps. Left foot jumps, Waltz, Salchow, toe, axle. Right foot jumps, loop, flip, and Lutz. Kind of almost the same, just different entrances. That's kind of the difference between all the jumps, right? So the main thing you want to be looking for before we go into the techniques in specific jumps is that when you do your Waltz, Salchow, toe, that we have this action going through. So I'll show you the Waltz, the Salchow, and the toe, okay? So if we're here, we're into position here, and we step here. So we'd be in this position if we're skating, and then we jump up and over, yeah? And if we did the Salchow, we're here, and up, over. And the toe loop will be here, step, jump. So from the point of takeoff, the jump is pretty much the same. Just before it is a little bit different. Okay, hopefully you can kind of see that through the video. I don't know. This is super weird for me, guys. This is the first time I've done something like this without someone there that I can see when I'm teaching a Zoom class. So there's no feedback for me. So I'm just kind of, we'll see what happens. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the steps and I'll break it down as much as I can, and hopefully there's some value for you guys there. Okay. So let's do the setup. This setup works for Salchow, Waltz, Axel. Let's go with those three, okay? So a lot of what we're going to do today, guys, is visualizing. Okay, we're not actually going to go, okay, we're doing backwards crossovers, we're doing stepping backwards crossovers, because that is ridiculous, isn't it? We're going to stand and pretend in mind that we're doing backwards crossovers. So imagine here we've done backwards crossovers. So we've stepped onto the right leg. The arms are going to come to here. This is the first thing that happens, and then the head turns, and then we go to this position here. Okay, I'll stand sideways. We go to this position here, okay? And then from here, the foot comes in, and then as we step forwards here, so this would be the same if it was the waltz jump or the axel. As you step forward here, we'll end up into this position here, and the head is here. And then from there, obviously, we'll jump into the jump. Okay? It's so weird with the video. It'd be better if it was sideways, but I was a bit worried to do that. Okay, so we'll try to do that again, okay? So in this position here, we've done our backwards crossover, and then the feet don't move, we go here into this position, and then from here we lift the foot up and we're in this position here. Okay, it's hard to balance, so just do your best. If you have to put your toe down, that's fine. You're in this position, and then the foot comes in as the arms come back, and we step forwards into this position. So this is a position you need to practice. So not this, the arms are just here in this position, right? I'm going to come close so you can see. So in this position here, and then the foot is in this position. So from here, we jump forward. So here, let me go back actually. So here, forward. Here, forward. And as you notice if I do it this way, I'm not kicking straight, I'm not going like this. It's like you're trying to get on a horse, but not taking, I'm not going to say taking the piss, you know? So it's kind of like, you're kind of here. So the knee comes through. So then if you jumped into the air, okay? And what I like to do on single jumps is just have my hands here. So we're not going like this. Yeah, so now I'll do the whole jump with those sequences, that sequence before, so you can see the whole thing, okay? So we're in this position here, we've done our backwards crossovers, and you watch what my arms do. My arms come down here, and they change to this position. So, and then the head is there looking where I'm going, and we come to here. And then I step forward here, and then from here, I'm going to go and jump here. Okay, so from here, and obviously I will be stood on one foot, but it's a little bit hard. Okay, so from here, you jump through and down. Okay, so I'll do that part again, the jump. So from here, back to sideways for you. So from here, you're just thinking to do that. Okay, so what you can do, if a waltz jump is still new to you, you can just walk through it. You can kind of go here, step into position. Okay. And this is something you can do on your skates as well. Yeah, when I teach the waltz jump on skates, which this is all broken down, the actual jump is broken down in my app, which is like, I've told you all about the app many times. If you don't know what the app is, message me, everything's on there. Okay, so from here, as we jump, so as I was saying, if you're still new to this and you just want to go through the motions and kind of feel what that feels like, especially on the skates, which can be scary. So imagine you're on your skates and you're on your toe, and you just want to go up, put the toe down, and try to come out of it there. Okay? So let's do everything one more time and talk through it. So, backwards crossovers. We're in this position, the head is inside, we're doing backwards crossovers. The arms come down by the side into position here. Okay, I'm going to try not to put my foot down. Okay, so one more time from here. This comes down, and then the left foot and left arm will be here in this position, okay? Hard to balance. And then as you step forward, the arms come back to this position, and the right arm and the right leg are together. Yeah? Most of the time, not every time, the right arm and the right leg and the left arm and the left leg will be doing the same thing. It's not very often you go do something and they kind of be opposite. That would be weird, right? So they're normally always doing the same thing. They're normally kind of tracking with each other. Okay? So we're here, backwards crossover, into position, step forward, and then jump, and then a nice landing position, okay? Any questions, guys? Does anyone have any questions? So we can just pause for a second, see if anyone's got any questions. Just lots of like, which is good. So any questions? Would you like to, maybe I'll show you from a different angle, okay? Let's show you from this angle, okay? Because I think sometimes seeing things from different angles can really, really help you to understand. So I'm in this position, backwards crossovers, and we go arms down, the head turns, this position, yeah? It's hard to balance, so you can even just practice here, come down into this position, then step forward, jump, yeah? Looks like I've got a question. Is this recorded so we can re-watch? Yes, I will leave it. I will leave it on there. I'll leave it for later, because yeah, even though I'm going to be posting single videos all week, but I don't know. So okay, so one more time. So we're here. So just this part here, if you can add this part, if you notice Jenica, who you will have seen last week, you saw her waltz jump, and then you saw just one little thing that I changed. I added where she skate backwards and she just do this. As soon as you see someone do that, you're like, whoa. You're expecting something, because that's not the norm. Most skaters don't do that. So when they do that, that's a level up. And all we're trying to do, guys, is get a little bit better every time. We're not trying to go from beginner to world champion in a day. We're trying to go from where we were, 1% better every day than what I'm doing. Bye-bye. You know, we're just trying to get a little bit better every day. That's all we're trying to do, guys, yeah? So, we're in position here. We've come through here. We've got nice defined position. Into position here. We step forward, the arms are here, the foot is here, and then we go through and down. Yeah? Just like that, okay? So we'll do the jump one more time from this side. How do roller skaters do axle different than ice? Roller or inline? Roller is very different, because on roller skaters jump from all four wheels for axle. Inline skaters and ice skaters, we jump from the toe pick or from the rubber. That is the big difference. A lot of their single jumps, even doubles, they're not jumping from the toe, they're jumping from the wheel. So the technique is so different. That's why when you look at roller skaters, they'll go 3 jump, toe loop, Salchow, flip, loop. Because the toe jumps are much easier than the edge jumps. Ice and inline, we go waltz jump, 3 jump, then we go Salchow, toe, loop, flip, lutz. That's the difference, because the toe is much easier. But I went on the roller and I could do the toe jump straight away. I mean, it wasn't very good, but I could do it. Now, I haven't even tried this edge jumps because I don't want to hurt myself, okay? Anyway, back to the jump, okay? So let's do it one more time. Let's do a different angle. I'm going to do it from over here. Maybe that can make sense, okay? So we're here. We've done our backwards crossovers, arms, position, step. We're here. So I'm just going to step back to give some momentum, and then jump into position. And this is something you should be practicing, guys. Landing position, like this. You can even just do it on the stop, like that, and then stop. And also you can do stuff like this, holding your position, and then land, okay? So I'm going to move on to Salchow. Is the technique different, though, like if they do it both off ice? I'm not 100% sure, guys. This is a question that I will talk with Amy about, and we will get on board and we will like work out all the stuff together, because she's a high level quad roller skater, and I'm me, you know me. So let's move on. Maybe someone else knows the question. You know, I know what I know, and what I don't know, I'll tell you what I don't know, because I'm, you know, here's what it is. So let's do Salchow, okay? So obviously we can do Salchow from a left outside 3 turn, and we can also do it from a right inside mohawk here, jump, and we can also do it from a right back outside 3 turn, step, jump. Well, every jump when you take off is the same, so I think the easiest one to go through off skates is going to be a left outside 3 turn. And one key part we want to be thinking about with the Salchow is this position here. We want to practice this position, Because as we skate backwards, let's say we've done our backwards crossovers, we've got into position here, and as we step forward, I'm going to turn here, as we step forward, we want to make sure as we step that right shoulder is back. Yeah? If you step forward, if I go here, if you step forward already here, then we're already in the wrong place. The right arm is not with the right leg. It should stay the same. Right? It should stay the same. What you can practice when you've got your skates on, just skate forward, you set up, and then just step and hold that left outside edge. Hold it. If you can't hold it, you should not even be trying Salchow yet. You should be able to hold that position like that. You should be able to stay there. Obviously, we don't do that when we jump, but we do drills and specific exercises to help the jump. Okay? So the first thing, we're holding this position. Okay? Now when we're going past that position, we're going to step and we're going to bend, and we're going to do a little hop. And you imagine we're on the left inside edge. We're still in the same position. All we've done is hop around. And now, what's going to happen here? The right arm and the right leg is going to come through into position there. Yeah? Now obviously it's tricky on here, so we're incorporating lots of little hops. Okay? But visualizing what we're doing on ice inline, visualizing, that is what you should be doing off skates. It's all about visualizing, because you can't physically do it, but you can imagine you're doing it and you can train your brain. Okay? So let's go from this position, from here, and we're going to do little hops coming around here. Okay? Now, one very important thing to know about the left arm and the left shoulder. And this is another thing, guys. As coaches, skaters, we always talk about arms, but it's not the arms that do it, it's the shoulders, right? We say arms, but it's the shoulder. It's these little movements with the shoulder that can change everything. But it's easy to say arms because if we say, oh, move your shoulder, then people that are funny start going, oh, my shoulders, I'm going to skate like this, right? So we use the arms, okay? So what we need to be thinking about here is that when we jump, all that happens with the left arm, it folds into place. Because you'll see sometimes, you'll see this on loop, people go to the loop and they go like that, and the left shoulder's gone back, and then they start jumping and they land sideways and they don't know why. Because the left shoulder just folds in, and the power comes from the right arm. Once you start doing axle and you start doing doubles and triples, the right arm will come through, up through the rib cage and into position, okay? But that's for another lesson, that's just something I thought about. There's a little nugget for you guys, okay? So we're in position here. The right arm comes through and it goes up into the air here. Okay, so now I'll do the jump. So we're here, we're hopping, come around, jump into position. Okay? And if you notice what is happening, the right comes through here like this position. So it's not turning and going forwards. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to go like this, turn, and then jump forward. Because that would be like is it even a thing? What do they call it? Like a toe loop and then a toe waltz jump? Is it like a Salchow waltz jump? Is that a thing? I bet it is. I bet people actually do that and they don't even know they're doing it. Okay, so we're in position here, we're hopping, and then we come through, and then land. Okay, I'll show you from a different position. Now, we've done our setup, we've come through here. Hello. And then we step forward here, into position, and then jump, like that. Okay, any questions, guys? If no questions, then I'm going to move on to a toe loop. Okay? Oh, it is sweaty. Oh, the session starts in 25 minutes. It's our Saturday evening disco skate, which is super fun. No questions? Hi, sorry, I just joined. Did you do axle? No, today is just waltz jump, 3 jump, Salchow and toe loop. That's today. I might do an axle in a second for you just to show you, but I'll play fall over. Okay, so let's do toe loop. So toe loop, obviously entrances, we can do left, outside, step, and then jump through. We can do the right inside 3 turn and jump through, and also we can skate backwards and then put the toe in the jump. Okay? I feel like the easiest one to teach and to do off skates is going to be the left outside 3 turn. So I'll just show you very, very slow the steps. So the very beginning is like a Salchow. almost the same. The first part, so we're here, 1, 2. This is like a Salchow, and from here, I'll show you sideways. From here, Salchow, we put our foot down here, and the arms stay the same, the arms haven't moved yet. We step, we put the toe in, the arms still haven't moved, and we're here, we've got a bent knee, we've got a straight leg here. And as we turn, this knee is going to turn, this one's going to turn, and the right arm and the right leg is going to come together here, and we're going to jump into the air. Now, one of the most important things to remember here, so you don't do a toe waltz jump. Okay? So, as you turn, you have to think the same position. Remember what we did on the waltz jump, how it kind of came here? Yeah, so it's coming here, it's not coming here. You see the difference? It's coming around, like the Salchow came around. You could almost feel like it's leading with the heel, right? It's almost leading with the heel, as opposed to leading with the toe, yeah? I'll show you the difference. I'll show you a toe waltz jump, and then a toe Salchow, whatever you call it. Is it no, that's a different jump. Forget that. So we're in this position. So this will be a toe waltz jump. You see, there's almost that hesitation before you jump, as the hips twist and you jump forward. Okay? And this will be the toe loop. You see the difference? The thing you do is you can see what people are writing. Why would you do it? Why would you do it like a waltz? Because people do, you know. I mean, the thing is, when you're learning something, like as a coach, I don't mind if you first learn a toe waltz, because it's not easy to learn a toe loop correctly at the beginning. It's okay if you you're learning it that way and you kind of get the jump done, but you know that's not right and you know what you need to do, and then you can work up to that, okay? You know, knowing what to do and being able to physically do it are two different things. And sometimes you're just not there yet, but you can kind of do this. It's like there's learning crossovers, and then there's doing crossovers how you want to do them eventually. Obviously, you don't want to be doing crossovers like this forever, but when you learn them, that's how you can learn. You can't be doing like beautiful crossovers straight away, because you can't hold an outside edge, you fall over, right? So it's baby steps, you know. As long as you know, as long as your coach knows exactly what you should be doing eventually, but now we're going to do this, if that kind of makes sense, you know. So anyway, we're back in the room, we're back here. So if we're skating forwards, so let's say I'm skating, we're going to come and do a toe loop. So I'm skating forwards, I'm here, I'm here in position, yeah? So I'll be here in position, now I bring my foot back, and I would step. So I do it left outside, 3 turn. Left arm is forward, right arm is back, 3 turn, position here, and then I step, I put the toe, like that. Okay, I'll do it from this side. So we're here. So we're skating forwards in position here. Our foot comes back. We push forward, 3 turn. Step, reach back, right come through, and jump like that. Okay, I'll do it one more time, nice and slow. So we skate forwards, we do the 3 turn, position, we step, and as we come back here, then we come through, jump into the air, and land. And walking it through like that can really help to kind of get the feel of where your body wants to be. So I'll do a walk through one. So we're here, and 3 turn, step, toe, you see my arms are here, so I'm turning, toe, and land. Okay, now I'll do one kind of full speed. So we skate forward, and here, yeah, and you can kind of add little hops to give yourself a bit more momentum. So if you notice, I went a little hop, hop, hop. So that gives you a bit more momentum, so then if you do want to do a double, you've got that little bit more momentum to be able to do the jump, okay? So do we have any more questions? With straight legs, not one bent. Which one? Not, but on toe, aren't you supposed to take off from both legs? I think Remy Chai. Not both legs. Roller quad is a little bit different. What I've seen from roller quad is they kind of jump from here. If they're going that way, they kind of jump from here and they jump and then rotate like that. As opposed to for ice skaters and inline skaters, we reach back here and we come through into the air like this. So that's one thing that I've noticed that's very, very different. Like, so technically, quad roller skaters are rotating more than ice inline skaters. Because by the time we take off, we're kind of sideways and sometimes even forwards. If you slow down all the top skaters in the world, you'll see that they're kind of forwards a little bit. You know, by the time the last little bit that's taken off, they're kind of forwards. You know, so there is those different things. Unikim does it like how you said. Interesting. So if anyone has any questions regarding those 3 jumps, then the next little edition, which I will do tomorrow, will cover loop, flip and Lutz. And what you'll notice, so this is the thing, all the 3 jumps we did, this kind of happens, right? That position. So that is Waltz jump, and then Salchow here, and then toe loop here into the air, right? So then if we go to the right foot jumps, the loop, the flip and the Lutz, so from here, which is the better way? So if we're here for a loop, and we kind of go up into the position here. So the height will come from obviously the right leg, and then the left leg doing this. But you'll go up into the air here, and then start to rotate. So that will be the loop. We go up here, and then if you're doing the flip, you'd be here, and then you jump up, and then the Lutz is obviously the same, just a different edge. So that's why they're all very, very similar. And if you imagine that they're similar, then they become easier to kind of, okay, if I can do a waltz, I can probably do a Salchow and so, and if I can do a loop, I can probably do a flip and a Lutz. So you'll see some skaters, they get their axle, and then they suddenly get their Salchow and their toe loop straight away, and loop and then flip and Lutz, vice versa. But everyone's different. Some skaters get Salchow before they get axle, doubles that is. How does we do Salchow without the step up? I have no idea. You're asking me such random questions. I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know. Do you lock your left shoulder in toe loop? Do I lock my left shoulder? In which part? In which part? Let's try to do. So if you're here, we've done toe loops. We're here. So from here, as you twist round into the air here, all that's going to happen is your left shoulder is going to fold in like that. So from here, step, and then as you jump into the air, it's just going to come into here. That's pretty much what is happening on all the jumps. The left shoulder just comes in here. The right comes through like this. This provides power. Kind of think of it coming through the rib cage, and then the left goes here. So we go here. And obviously there's different ways. Some people like, I think they call it like a seat belt, and some people here. Like my bad habit is doing this. That is a bad habit that I've always had. I know it should be here, but fixing a habit, it's like, unless I really think about doing this, I'll end up down here. I still do the jump, but it's not how I want it to be. Okay? What can we do to increase height and speed on inlines? How's my favorite coach doing? Don't know. Doing all right. I mean, I'm good at faking it. I mean, in here, still a little bit, you know, but just doing this kind of stuff is really, really, this is like therapy for me, guys. This is like therapy. Going live and helping you guys gives me so much. I hope I can watch later. So this is what I would say. One of the biggest mistakes, things we should think about when we're jumping is, and this is something that people do on ice, and on inlines it's even worse. So when you jump, don't just think about don't kick the floor. Imagine you place it and you bend and then you jump. So if you're doing a flip, so instead of going like this, imagine you went here, you placed it, and then you jumped. So you just took that split second to bend a little bit more and then jump instead of just kicking. Like if you're doing an axle, so if you're going for axle, really try to jump to the height, get as much height as possible. So if you went to jump and you, like just jump like this. I'm not trying to do the action, I'm just showing you the difference. Like you could kind of like, you jump and you kind of rotate, or you try to, you kind of jump. I'm not doing that, I'm just showing you the difference of actually jumping or just trying to rotate. Now obviously I'm more old school, I'm like 40 years old, so when I was doing it I was just trying to jump high, I wasn't trying to do max rotations. And now it's all different, especially through the pandemic. Everyone's been on spinners, we're just spinning so fast. And guess what guys, I cannot do the spinner. I would hurt myself if I tried to do the spinner. And yeah, that's not for me. Amy's the spinner girl, so watch out for her class coming soon. So yeah, speed meaning faster rotation. Yo, I need to know, how do you do axle like that? Where do I keep kicking? Yeah, so imagine, this is one little tip that may help some people. My axle is about the same width. So from here, have an anchored arm, and as you come to jump, think this. Yeah, so if you're here, and you try to jump around, and keep this anchored. So you jump like that. Do it again from here. So if we're here, and then step. And then the other way you can be doing it is when you would be here, into position, and you step and jump. So try different things, like try everything. Just, oh, my phone's gonna fall. Oh, I think my phone is like, okay, yes, you're almost done, Ads, you're almost done. Yeah. So what I always tell everyone, experiment. This is what I say. Just, am I right? Maybe, maybe not. I know what I say might be a little bit different to maybe Coach Hamish, maybe Ice Skate Coach, maybe Ice Coach Online, and maybe we're all right. So watch what I do, try it, watch what they do, try it, and then figure out what works for you. Because some people like to do a jump from an outside 3-turn, some people like to do it from an inside 3-turn. Figure out what works for you, you know? That's all I'll say. Going to relax, but I can't get no rotation. I don't know. A good tip for getting your double axle is, well, one, try to get as much kind of as you can, and then get a really fast. I don't even know the name for it. What's the name? What is the name for that? I know there's a name, I just forget what it is. So you're jumping from the left side, you're going to go up, and then you need to transfer the weight from the left side to the right side fast, and then that'll help you rotate, and just squeeze down that right side and just believe you're going to do it. Once you've done 100 double axles, you don't even think, oh, I might not do it, and I put my hands down. You know when you don't have a jump yet and you're kind of a bit worried, and you're like, you go to the jump but you kind of land like that, oh, I've got it and I land, yeah? You know what I'm talking about, we've all been there, right? And so then once you've got the jump, you land and you go boom, and you check that left arm and then you bring into place, right? So you just got to believe in yourselves, guys. Anyway, I am sweating. So hopefully this helped you guys, and it was fun to do, fun to get back to lives. So I'm going to try to do more of these. If you've enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this little video, do me a favour. This is a massive favour I'm asking you. Find your favourite video on my feed and send it to someone that it might help, or just share it in your stories, something like that. But pass on the knowledge. The knowledge that I'm giving to you, pass it on to someone else, and we can all help each other. Okay? And wherever you are in the world, have a lovely day, evening, weekend, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Oh, and in 1 hour and 10 minutes, we've got Adult B. It's going to be a good show. Bye, guys. And this will stay anyway, so.